look alright, my fellow quarantinis. Anyone else out there feel like they're losing their freaking marbles? I guess when you're stuck at home and you need companions by your side, all you can do is buy books, which is exactly what I have for you today. I made a pretty big, decent sized for me book outlet order. Do I need it? No, but did it make me feel better? Hell yes it did. So I am a book outlet vlogger friend, so you can click the link in my description box below if you want to go to my profile and check out all the books I'll be featuring in today's video, which by the way, I am super hyped for. There's one specific book that I'm going to show first that I'm like so happy that I have a physical copy of. So let's just dive in. And that first book is Lies of Descent by Troy Carol Butcher. This is a fantasy debut author that was brought to my attention last year by Tor, I believe. I'm pretty positive that they promoted this book like once or twice in their Instagram stories, and ever since then I could not get this cover out of my brain. And spotting it on Book Outlet totally changed the game. I was not going to let it pass me by, so I snagged it. I wasn't going to miss out on the chance to finally own it. I think the cover itself tells a story, and in my opinion those are always the best covers, and when I delved even deeper, the people who have read this are raving about it. It's a small amount of people, but they're loving it, and that's all you gotta do to get my attention. It's following two children who are literally descended from the gods who fell down to earth, and they are dragged away from their families, and they begin training to fight against these tribesmen who are raiding their borders. This is the first book to a series, and I am so excited to see what the cover of book 2 is going to look like, because if it looks anything like this, my god, it's artwork. And then I have The Dark Side by Anthony O'Neill. This purchase might have been an impulse buy. It's a dark sci-fi noir, which is honestly all I needed to hear. This is following an exiled police detective who arrives on a lunar colony while a psychotic android goes on a murderous rampage on the dark side of the moon. Terminator in space. It's kind of like Jason X, but like Terminator X. Oh my god, that was a missed opportunity. I do love the idea of sci-fi, horror, thriller mixed. In fact, a lot of the sci-fi that I own is like that. I own a lot of sci-fi noir, so I must have a thing about it or I wouldn't be buying so many. Now I just need to read them. This is supposedly very gory, so please keep that in mind, and I am very excited for it. The Grace of Kings by Kin Liu. This is a very popular adult fantasy series. I actually didn't expect it to have over 11,000 ratings on Goodreads, but it does. And when it was very first released, I wasn't sure if I was interested in it. Obviously that changed when I saw it on Book Outlet for dirt cheap. It's the first book to an epic fantasy series that uses ancient China as its foundation, and I actually just really like the name of the series. It's called the Dandelion Dynasty. I just picture like a field of sentient dandelions. I don't really know much about it except that it's very heavily political and there's a lot of large epic battle scenes. And the synopsis says 2 men rebel together against tyranny and then become rivals. That sounds very dramatic. A very history-oriented fantasy with a huge cast of characters. Ooh, the map is really cool too. Wait, is this series completed? No, actually, the third book releases next year. Huh, I thought I was so much farther behind than I actually was, but hey, I could get on this series right now and I'd be perfectly okay. Moving on, I have The Impossible Contract by K.A. Dorr. This is the sequel to The Perfect Assassin, which is part of my unrealistic medieval-thon TBR for May, and I just have a feeling that I will want the sequel on hand. My expectations for it are so freaking high. This series, for some reason, just calls to my inner soul, and now that I have the sequel on hand, I feel like I'm going to want to pick up the first book sooner than later in May. I just might have to prioritize it. It's a fantasy series that has a murder mystery element to it. It's set in this desert city that is on platforms hundreds of feet above the shifting sands. We're following an ace main character, and I just feel like the first book has such great opportunity to be a favorite of mine. And I actually had the third one on my Kindle as well, which isn't out yet. I am pumped. Okay, I'm going to be real with you. The last 2 books are sequels to books I haven't read. So now that the secret is out, this book is next. Upon the Flight of the Queen by Howard Andrew Jones. This is the sequel to For the Killing of Kings. I'm going to be honest, it's this cover that persuaded me to pick up this sequel, and I have no regrets. I don't regret you at all. Oh, I just realized there's people on this freaking dragon. This is a bit of an old school sword and sorcery kind of fantasy, and I'm not saying that as in like it's an old book, because I believe the first one came out last year, but in terms of its narrative and its action. The author also describes this as 3 musketeers, and that is definitely something I can get behind. What does it look like naked? Ooh, okay. Gray. Meh. Does it have a map? It does. Kind of plain though, but that's okay. We like the basics sometimes. And the last book in this book outlet order is The Warrior Moon by K. Arsenal Rivera. This is a very highly anticipated conclusion within the Their Bright Ascendancy series. The first book being The Tiger's Daughter. Own it, haven't read it. It's an FF romance agent-inspired fantasy following 2 warrior princesses, and I believe that the first book, is this one as well? I don't know, but the first book is told through letters, which I find really unique. You don't really see that often, and also the romance is supposed to be very slow burn, and though I do not like romance, there's something about this that I can get behind. I'm very excited to get to this series. It's very beloved. I feel like it's really become popular as the books have been releasing. So I do not mind having all 3 books sitting on my shelves waiting to be binge read. Alrighty, so those are all the books in my book outlet order. Don't forget to check out my link down below if you want to check out any of these books. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the April Owl Crates. I am a rep for Owl Crate, and you can use my code Holly on your very first subscription. Owl Crate is a book subscription box that has some amazing quality items. And I'm so excited to see what is inside this box because it is heavy. Girl, you're breaking my wrists. Oh god, I can't even open it. Come on, Holly, you've been working out for a reason. There you go. The theme for this box was a full moon magic. What is she holding? It kind of looks like a Yoshi egg, if I'm being honest. The first thing I am seeing is this little pouch here, and it says, "A dreamer is one who can only find his way. What is inside?" Kind of smells good. Ooh, oh, that's cool. It's kind of like a moon phase thing that you can hang up on your wall or something. You see that? If they would stop spinning, you get the idea, right? That's pretty cool. Where the heck am I going to hang this? Next, we have this. The symbol on it is super cute. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so we have a bracelet. This totally reminds me, I haven't even shown you yet. So before I get ahead of myself, this is what the bracelet looks like. But this reminds me of this bracelet, which came in a past Owl Crate, and I seriously wear it every single day. I love it. So now I have a matching pair. I love these adjustable bracelets for my fat ass wrists. Ooh, what is this? So we have a tote bag. Everything is very moon themed, I've noticed. And it looks like this, and it says, "The moon is a loyal companion." Very true. Up next, we have the monthly pen, which I always look forward to. That's what it looks like. It's just an owl with a bunch of moons beside it. This pen was designed by White Wild Woods. Oh, yes! I was looking forward to this. Okay, so the next item is a puzzle, a Owl Crate exclusive 300-piece Moony puzzle. But look at the artwork, it's so pretty. What does the back say? Have a cozy night's in and steer clear of werewolves with this 300-piece Moony jigsaw puzzle with artwork by @AlienArt. What is this artwork from? Oh, it's Remus Lupin from Harry Potter. Oh, I'm such an idiot. So for some reason, the clip that I filmed of me unboxing this was totally blurry. So next up, we have a notebook, and it's super pretty. It says, "With freedom, books, flowers, and the moon, who could not be happier, Oscar Wilde." And I really like it. It's just a lined notebook, and I'll be honest, I've already started using it. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, so we have come to the book, and it is Bone Crier's Moon by Catherine Purdy. Last name fits the freaking book because look how pretty this is. It is shiny. Something is different about this than the original cover. I don't know exactly, but something is off. I'm very curious, but this is gorgeous. And also, sprayed edges. Gold sprayed edges to be specific. And we have an author letter, like always. And it is signed. That's so pretty though. Their books are seriously getting prettier and prettier. I love their white editions that they've been doing lately, like for the Bone Houses and for Winterwood. But this is pretty. But what's different about it? Oh, that's what it was. Okay, I gotta show you. So hopefully you can see. But the original cover, the characters are farther away and they moved the characters closer. I really don't know anything about this except for it's a YA fantasy. And I'm guessing it has to do with moons. Alrighty, so that is everything in the out crate except for the sneak peek. And next month's theme is Rebels with a Cause. And the artwork for that is so cool. It's very punk and new school style. And every May box will include a graphic novel from Ani Press. So 2 books in 1 box. And that is everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me down below if any of the book outlet books that you saw interested you. And that is it. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Go ahead and subscribe. I upload videos every single week. Follow me on Instagram at Holly Hearts Books and on Twitter at Holly Knees. And until we meet again, happy reading.